Okay, hello. So we're talking about the percent equation and percent proportion today. In trying to solve or understand using percent to solve or find some new information. So the percent equation itself is this formula, A equals percent times base, right? And understanding what those pieces are then turns this into some pretty easy solving once we decide and we plug in. We use if SMU and we plug in for the right spot. The actual equation solving here is going to be very easy. So A is the amount, all right? It's sometimes we think it's the part of the whole, or it's the amount that we're trying to find when we're dealing with a percent topic. A lot of times it's associated with the word is. All right, it's associated with the word is in the information that we have. Percent is obviously that. We usually use it as a decimal when we're dealing. So we'll take percent and we will change it. Basically what we did last time, change it to a decimal. Sometimes I'll leave it as a fraction maybe, but most of the time, especially since I can use a calculator at this point, I'm going to change it to a decimal, use it as a decimal. All right. And then, so the amount of something is whatever percent times the base. And the base is the whole part, or the starting amount, or the original amount, okay? And it's usually associated with the word, I don't have it there, let's have it there. It's associated with the word of, all right? So, and because of a lot of it is the thing that it goes with the times, the percent of whatever, the word of is an indicator that we're talking about the base. So that's the percent equation. So a couple different methods we have to solve percent equations. Again, you can use this equation basically for every problem in this chapter. Right? The amount is equal to the percent of the base. Or the percent proportion. And percent proportion is just that the is over the of is equal to the percent out of 100. Right? And we'll take a look at this example here, 21. That's a weird number to start with. But 21, so what is 30% of 83? And so what I needed to do is to determine what these parts are. So, I'm going to figure out what the A is, the percent is, and the base is. And again, the amount is the thing that's associated with the word is, and that's the thing I don't know, so that's going to be X. The base is associated with the word of, so that's 83. And the percent is 30%, so I'm going to just write that as 0.3 or 0.30. Then I go ahead and I write my formula out. A equals percent times base. And I'm going to fill in my pieces. All right, A was the percent. A was the X, is the thing I didn't know. Percent was 0.30 times the base of 83. And then with my calculator, I just go ahead and multiply that. 0.3 times 83 is going to be 24.9 or whatever. All right, we'll just guess. If I decided that I'd rather work with it as a percent, right? The is over the of. The is, again, is X. The of is 83. All right, so this is X over 83. And then the percent is 30%. Now, if you choose that as a proportion, you don't change it to a decimal. You literally write it as what percent, right, out of 100. So it's 30 out of 100. if I do cross products here, okay, this is going to be 2490 equals 100x, and then you solve. It's 24.9. So either way, you get 24.9. That's not the issue. So a couple of things to consider if you're going to use a percent proportion. You don't change to a decimal like we did in the percent equation. The percent equation, we chose to use it as a decimal. Percent proportion, you take that 30%, right, and just put it as 30 over 100. All right, so I want you to find 41% of 12. All right, so now there's no is here, but that's what I want to try to find. Of is 12, so that's the base. And then you can just go ahead and do 0.41 times 12. Or if the proportion, we do 41 over 100. And since the is we don't have, but the of we have is 12, that's my proportion that I would go ahead. And let's see, I got a calculator here. You have to trust me that I have a calculator. I'm holding it. Here you can hear me. Type in the, that's 41. No, I want 0.41. Gives me 4.92. All right. So for each one of these, all right, I'm going to be using the percent equation. A equals percent times base, amount equals percent times the base. And I need to just determine what each part is. That's really the biggest challenge here, is determining what the substitute for IFSMU. So if I have 33 is what percent of 20, all right, 33 is what the is, so that's the amount. What percent? I don't know. So percent is X and the base is 20. All right, and I go ahead and yikes. What happened there? I moved it over here. It's weird. So A equals percent times base. And if I go back and look, A is 33, percent is X, and the base is 20. And then solve this equation. Well, to solve this equation, I would divide both sides by 20. So I get 33 divided by 20. It's 1.65. Now, when I'm solving the percent equation, 4%, for percent, I change it to a decimal, so I'm dealing with this as a decimal. 1.65, then I must at the end change it to a percent, because that's what it's asking me. Okay, so it would be 165%, right? Move the decimal 2 places. A couple examples. You can do either method 1 or method 2. What percent of 12 is 4.5? All right, I want you to fill in the A, the percent, and the base. And then we can also, the is and the of, and the percent over 100. So you pick which one you want to do, either method 1 or method 2. All right, and you do this problem, and then we'll come back. Hit pause. Okay, bam. Now, so I substituted in the amount, which is associated with the word is. So that's 4.5. The percent, I did not know. That's what? So that's X. And the base is 12. That's next to the word of. Okay, so that's how I determined that was the base. So over here, method 2, is over of becomes 4.5 over 12. And the percent is X over 100. For method 1, substitute in these into my formula. Right? And then I solve by dividing by 12. I get 0.375 as my answer here. Right? Over here, when I did cross products, I got 12x equals 450. And when I solve that, I get 37.5. So, important for you to determine, So 0.375, remember, with the percent equation, you get a decimal that you must change to a percent if that's what you're solving for. Okay? Yikes. What's that all about? For the proportion, all right, you're solving is x over 100. It's already a percent, so all you have to do is add a percent sign. Now, there are certain things that the proportion doesn't work as well with. The percent equation, you can use this formula for every problem in this chapter. All right? I'd encourage you to do that. All right, a couple more examples here. Now, we got an iPod overpriced originally for $250, is on sale for $190, and the question is, what percent discount is this? Okay, so we're looking for a couple of things. Percent discount is what they've taken off, so we're going to fill in the A, the percent, and the base. So A and B are the things in question. Which is the 250 is what? Well, in this case, the 250 is the original price of the iPod. So that is the base. It would be 250. All right, and then the 190 is the sale amount, right, after the discount. So that's the amount, that's the new amount, okay? So since that was the new or the new price, that's the amount. And the percent, I don't know. There's a bit of a trick here, which we'll talk about. All right. But now that I have the A, the percent, and the base, I can use my formula and substitute in that 190 equals X yikes. All right, X times 250. And then to solve this, I say, hey, Mr. Calculator, I divide both sides by 250. I get 0.76 equals X. Now, there's a trick here. And this literally means, well, it's 76%, okay? But this means that the 190 price, the new amount, is 76% of the original. So that's not what the discount is. What percent discount is it? Well, what was the original percentage? All right, I want you to think about that. What percent is the 250? All right, the original percentage, all right, that's on that they're originally selling it for is the whole amount, which is 100%. So the discount, if it's now 76% of that price, all right, they must have taken off 24%, and that would be the answer to this question. If the question was, what percent of the original price are they selling it, then that answer would be 76. But the question is, what did they discount or what did they take off? So they must have taken off 24% in order to land at that 76%. And we're going to get a little bit more involved in this when we call this a percent change, all right? So because they've changed the price by a certain percentage. All right, the last main topic that I want to talk about today with this is commission. Now, you may or may not understand a little bit about commission, but a lot of jobs rely on commission, right? You can make money by an hourly wage, right? If I earn $12 an hour working, right? That could be my hourly wage, so however many hours I work times $12. I might get a salary. If we think back to the Get a Life or whatever, right? You may earn $40,000 per year, and then it doesn't matter how many hours you work, you need to get the job done, and you get a salaried wage. Commission is a little different. A lot of times in sales jobs, like if I sell cars or I sell houses or I sell computer equipment, things like that, I might get a percentage of what I sell, and that would be called my commission. It's an amount. It's a dollar amount. All right, if I can read English, commission is a dollar amount paid based on percentage of total sales. So as the employee, as the person who sells items, let's say I am a car salesman. If I get paid on commission, then I get a certain percent. If I sell a car for $10,000, I might get a 2% commission. My salary, what I would earn for that would be 2% of the sale price. In this case, the total sale price would be the base. The amount would be the amount of commission that I get, and the percentage would be whatever the commission percentage is. So if we take this example, a real estate agent earns 1.5% commission on the sale price of the house they sell. How much money will they make in commission when the sale price is $250,000? So $250,000 is not their commission. $250,000 is how much the house is sold for. So that's the base. All right, it is what we're working the percent of commission off of. The amount is the amount of the commission, and that's what I don't know. And the percent is 1.5%. So notice how I'm going to write this as 0.015. All right, because that's 1.5% as a decimal. All right, and then if I write my formula out and substitute in the values, this becomes a simple matter of can Mr. Bossert write correctly? And then it becomes a simple matter of can I type in on my calculator 0.015 times $250,000? And that gives me $37.50. All right. And I should probably have labels on those in the I part of IFSMU. So my commission would be $3,750 on the sale of that house. So commission is an amount that you get based on a percentage of total sales. And with that, I think I'm going to say namaste.